Happy day to all of you. On that occasion, I'm going to make a new video and explain syntax and adverbs. I'm going to start with syntax. First of all, I have a question, and is what is syntax? Well, knowing a language includes the ability to construct phrases and sentences out of morphemes and words. This is important point to understand, right? And we have another definition, and is the part of the grammar that represents a speaker's knowledge of these structures, and their information is called syntax. And in other words, syntax is the study of sentence patterns on language. Esto quiero decir básicamente que podemos definir la parte de syntax como la disciplina lingüística que estudia el orden y la relación de las palabras o sintagmas en la oración, así como las funciones que cumplen. Esta es una parte muy importante para que gramaticalmente, nosotros hagamos las oraciones de manera correcta. Voy a continuar con este ejemplo que está acá. As you can see, is Tom pushed the car. We have the structure right. And first of all, we have Tom. Tom is a noun, and pushed is the verb in this sentence, and the is a determiner, and car is a noun, right? So we have like two parts. The first part in the part of speech is the noun phrase, is Tom, and the second part is the verb phrase, is for the determiner, and noun is the noun phrase, right? And we have the verb, the determiner, and noun is a verb phrase. Y ahora voy a continuar con otro tema, el cual es adverbios. An adverb is a part of speech that complements a verb, an adjective, and other adverbs. And even sentence, adverbs express circumstance such as manner, place, time. For example, quantity, as you can say, we have here. And affirmations, and doubt, and etc. Answering questions, it's very important to understand this part. The question will be when, where, how, in what way, among other, for example, the WH questions, right? And as you can see, we have in this chart some parts. For example, tenemos acá ayer, que es un adverbio de tiempo. Cerca es un adverbio de lugar. A dónde es un adverbio relativo. Mucho es un adverbio de cantidad, y rápidamente es un adverbio de modo. Básicamente, nosotros podemos definir un adverbio como la parte de la oración, la cual es la encargada de modificar ciertas partes, por ejemplo, otros adverbios, el adjetivo, el verbo, dependiendo del contexto de la oración. Y como pueden ver, acá tenemos de varios tipos, ya sean de tiempo, lugar, modo, cantidad, etcétera, los cuales van a servir para reafirmar y para aclarecer ciertas oraciones. And we have the function. The adverbs of place, time, for example, manner and quantity, are often added to a verb to provide more information. In that case, they function as complement of the verb. Bien, podemos entender esta parte de la función como los adverbios son los que van a complementar el verbo. And we have three functions. La número uno es que el adverbio puede cualificar o determinar el verbo. Right. The adverb can qualify or determine the verb. For example, I can say, I'll wait for you there. And Louis sings well. The eagle flies slowly. The dog plays a lot. We meet today, right? And we have the number two, and is the adverb can modify the meaning of an adjective. For example, It was a fairly old house. Pretty modifies the adjective old. And louder is famous. That garden is very beautiful, for example. And number three is the adverb can also modify another adverb. For example, Montserrat spoke very well. And we have the places of adverbs. As you can see in this chart, we have some examples. But this is depending of the meaning the adverbs can be. For example, of place, here, there, near, far, and other examples. But we have the of place, of time, of way, of quantity, of order, and will be two for affirmations, of negations too, and of doubt. But we have some questions, some WH questions, right? And we have first of all, how. We can answer the question how with quickly, for example, fast, well, easily, badly, slowly, for example. We have the other question in is where. Well, we can answer these questions with above, far, away, back, here, outside, behind, below, down, for example, and other words. We have when and the number three. We can answer the question when with now, yesterday, some, later, because it's the question of the time. And we have the quantity. For example, how much? We can say to, fairly, quite, very, almost, just, and other examples. And finally, I have other question is how often? We can answer this question, for example, always, sometimes, often. And for example, how often you play video games, for example, we can say sometimes and rarely, never, usually, for example. And that's all about my video. Thank you so much for your attention.